We live.
All right, hey everybody, welcome back from a long, much needed weekend. Today we got a special guest, and we have some interesting topics we're getting into. First, I hope everybody had a good day today, but we'll go ahead and get into our special guest of the day, and that is William. Welcome on, William.
Hello, 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 everybody. Thank you for having me on, Xavier, and the crew. I appreciate the opportunity.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Let's give we're about 40 seconds into the live. Let's give everybody like maybe a minute or two just to hop on
Okay.
before we get going. Get us some viewers up. See one.
Ease.
How's everybody today though? Is it raining down there where y'all at?
Nah, we got rain. I think yesterday, but
It's low key supposed to be some tornadoes here and shit later.
tornadoes. Oh shit.
Type like tornado type weather, which has been like real kind of like weird looking. Like where I live at, it be tornadoes around here like all the time.
I wish it did rain up here. Man,
I know it's been raining all day. Like it was literally dark here like the whole morning until like sometime afternoon.
All right, Chad. You can run that intro by us again. We got a couple
Okay,
views.
I did go kind of speedy through that. Okay, welcome back, everybody. I hope everybody is well and rested from the weekend. But hell, now we about halfway through the week. Is another one down. We thank you guys for joining the live. Today we have some interesting topics, but before we get into those topics, we're going to welcome our special guest, William. So, William,
hello.
here you go.
Um, I just want to give everybody a little background on William. He's a financial consultant, credit analysis, wealth coach from Starville, Mississippi. I've known the guy a long time, real smart guy. He should drop a wealth of information on us tonight. So I appreciate you coming on, my boy. And go ahead and kind of introduce yourself and let everybody know who you are and exactly what you got going right now.
Bet. Well, as you said, my name is William Ward. I'm from Starkville, Mississippi. Grew up in the Ville basically my whole life. Grew up Starkville High. Grew up on Highway 25. I always hanging with Rico, Jeff, all your brothers, stuff like that. So that's how me and you know each other. You play football with a lot of my cousins. I've been knowing you since you were like 5 years old. So I watched you grow up a long time. I really wanted to come on and also let you know I'm really proud of you. You know what you're doing. You always been a smart guy yourself. On the difference between me and you got you do a lot when you were younger. You always was just like that. You know what I'm saying? But I had to grow to be there eventually. So I'm glad that guys like you paved the way was a trailblazer.
Appreciate
Me myself personally, I started working in finances probably 2004. It was my first opportunity working in corporate America, just doing debt collection for Dell computers. Um, I kind of like that because I was involved in music heavily before. So customer service and stuff like that was kind of like the same a little bit because you always, talking to people or, in front of people. So that was something that I really took a niche to. It eventually led to me working in mortgage, also working for banks, stuff like that, Bank of America, Citibank, different banks, which helped me to see a different thing going on with a lot of different class of people, different distinctions of people. Some people, have, better things than others. They live in different situations. So that made me wonder why, what I'm saying, why people over here on South Montgomery, then you got people over here in the BGs, so I always wanted to, one of the things like that growing up, like wonder what was the secret. Do these people make $1 million, or just they know something that we don't know? So just by me being exposed to finances, working with different people, it just put me on the pathway to, want to know more to help myself and my community. Because I feel that where we from, Mississippi, financial literacy, things like that is overshadowed. They're not taken serious. it's a lot of distractions. It's a lot of things that people get into that's less important than what the value of life really is. So I just wanted to take that back to my community just to be an advocate, not just for financial literacy, but just for freedom, just education, just to posture yourself up, to understand, with being black men, it don't mean being a gangster. It don't mean, shooting people up. It don't mean, doing all those negative things. We really can be positive people in our community. If we was all on the same page, we can build up stores. We don't have to go to the people always come, bring a liquor store in our community. More people come in our community and do things that we do for ourselves. So that was one thing that, really I took to heart when I started like 5 years ago, helping people with their credit.
Okay, kind of give us an idea on what's kind of the first step to financial freedom.
The first step is really education. What you don't know, you can't change. But once you have the knowledge, that's power. So you can change whatever. So just, do research. A lot of people like to ask me questions, but truthfully, a lot of answers I give to people, I did research. I just Google, they got AI now. So everything at the, fingertips, so we can just, read these books, learn what these people learning, when I say these people, other nationalities, other races, they had an upper hand on us when it come to finances and, learning how we could, leverage credit and other people money and open up businesses, things like that. So I say the first step is to educate yourself.
Okay, okay. Now, just kind of talk about the importance of credit. Kind of give them a rundown on what you do as far as credit repair. And
Okay.
go ahead.
So credit basically is a adult report card. So whenever you go buy a car, whenever you apply for a house, whenever you try to get a credit card, whenever you try to get anything dealing with financing it, getting a loan for it and paying on it monthly, they will look at your credit score. So the credit score basically tells habits. So you got a 500 credit score, they're gonna be like, well, we can't really trust this person because they have negative marks on the credit report. They may have, late payments. They may have evictions. They may have repos. They may have foreclosure. They may have medical bills, whatever, just to show that they didn't live up to the obligation of the contract that they agreed to in the beginning. So the importance of credit is big because it can determine if you get approved for a house, apartment, or a car, if you can open up a business. So basically, bad credit keep your hands tied. You can't do anything with bad credit. No matter what people say, people try to deny the fact that credit is important. Man, I got $10,000. I'm gonna pay cash. Okay, you can pay cash, but say for instance you pay cash and the motor blew up in the car. Now you got the car. When you could have financed it, had a warranty on it. And you could have actually built your credit up that way. So a lot of people overlook that fact because they think it may take long. They think it's taboo. They think it's not really, important until they actually are faced with a decision that they have to make. Maybe they want to move out the neighborhood where they hearing gunshots all night. Maybe the little boy down the street got shot and killed. And, these little boys in your neighborhood out of control, and you want to move your son to the suburbs. You can't do it because you got bad credit. Or maybe you want to get a better car so you can do Turo, or maybe you want to do Uber Eats or Lyft, or just open up your own cab service. Or maybe you want to drive to Atlanta from Starkville without have to worry about the car breaking down. Those things really matter, and credit, determine those factors. It determines, how much you put down. It determines your interest rates. It determines how much you pay during the length of the loan, how long the terms of the loan are. Credit, determine how they treat you. I sell cars. So, people coming up with bad credit scores, they be over there, white people. Hey, man, look at that dude with that low credit score over there, man. He a bum. And then they laugh at the kids because they say it's hereditary. So they really, make jokes about stuff like that. People don't take people serious that have low credit scores. I know one guy got on my Facebook page one day. He from Starkville, but I didn't, take it personal. I just felt like he needed a little bit of education. But he was saying that the credit score don't matter. All that matters is about what's on your credit score. But the credit score, so say for instance, you got a 520 credit score and you try to get a house. So somebody just put in the chat, what credit score you need just to be reviewed for a house. Do y'all know what that credit score may be?
I don't. I know it should be what about 620 or something like that.
640. Like a 640 to get you, reviewed. That's they get you for so you got to be at a 640 just to, get in the game. You'll have higher interest rates and all that, but you could at that time get approved for a house. But this say, for instance, you got all this line of credit, trade lines on your credit, but you still have negative marks on your credit, which make your credit score 580 versus a person with the 640. So credit score do matter because if you don't have the right credit score, they won't even review you. Credit score matter because of the fact it determines where you're going to be at on interest rates or if you get approved or not. So say, for instance, a credit score go from like 435 up to 880. And then the credit score made up of 5 different components. You got your payment history. You got how long you make the payments, what kind of payments you make. You also have the length of the payments you make. You also have, just 5 different components to help you know how to gauge your credit because it's more than what people think. It really is a lot into it. So what I do is I help people to learn about credit, financial literacy, because that's something I didn't know growing up. I ran across this company in 2018 that I'm with now. They taught me a lot of things that I know that opened my mind up, my mindset, to get in, to, be educated about these type of things. So I just like to help people. I used to go to the West Side Center. I used to go to elementary. I post stuff on Facebook just to put it out there, to open people's mind up about, the seriousness of it and how we all had good credit and we know how to leverage it, how it can change our, capacity of our communities and our families as well. So I help a lot of people, just, if they got a question, I know the answer. If I don't, I got somebody that know that I'm connected to, or I just find it out and I let them know. So that's basically what I do. I help people get negative items off the credit report by disputing with all 3 major credit bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. We dispute the negative items to get them disputed off the credit report. But I personally don't do credit repair because I don't like to have people information. And also, I'm not a lawyer. So if you had to go to court, I couldn't represent you. Or if you had a lawsuit that you could have got, I couldn't help you because I'm not an attorney. So what I do is I refer people over to actual credit attorneys. So they work on your profile for you. Whatever they see on there, they dispute it with all 3 major credit bureaus all at one time. So if you got 3 evictions, 2 repos, a medical bill, and a late payment, they dispute all at one time. Lexington Law, they just went out of business because they were doing foul practices with people because they weren't leveraging the laws of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. A lot of people didn't know that. It wasn't even a real law firm. It was just called Lexington Law. It was just a lot of kids behind the desk pushing buttons. But what we do is we actually review your credit report with a full analysis, and then we do a hard dispute with the credit bureaus. A lot of people, they have signed up with me, and they didn't get results they wanted because it take about 3 to 4 months, which is 3 rounds. So each round take about 30 to 45 days. With the pandemic happening now, it's like 45 days. So that's when you hear from the credit bureaus, and they'll give you a review of results of what their findings were. If they come back and say, no, we're not going to take this off your credit report, we got proof it was you, we'll come back and dispute again. We'll dispute it until they take it off. So that's basically how I help people. I just help them by having the services that they need to get the credit scores up. We have secure credit cards. We have business cards. We help you learn how to build your business, opportunity for business funding, secure credit cards for your personal credit. Just, helping you know the overall importance of credit and what it can do for you.
Man, that's awesome. And it's important.
Right.
Like you say, a lot of us we can't get in certain avenues and certain doors without being able to leverage credit.
Right.
Kind of run through what kind of just tell us what's the process. Hey, if I wanted to get my credit repaired, how do I contact you? What's kind of the process? You already told us the waiting period, but
right.
Kind of give us a little insight on just drop your information and how could we contact you so I can put it on the screen.
Okay, cool. You can call me 662-722-2674. I'm on Facebook if you want to DM me, William A. Ward. You can just hit me up either way. Text me, call me. I'm always open. So if you got a question, you need help, I'll be willing to help. Basically, the way it works for me is I just refer people over to the company, and they'll take over from there. But I do help along the way. To if you have a question, if you need some help, I do that, and also just share information and walk people through the whole process. But I really don't just do the credit repair myself. I just really help people and get them in contact with the attorneys.
Okay. And what kind of costs would I be looking at if I wanted to have some things taken off my credit?
So we got like the lowest cost. The company is United Credit Education Services. I'm with. It started in 2004. Have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau since 2006. It's like an unkept secret company because you get will of trust, power of attorney. You get all state identity protection every 3 seconds. Somebody identity stolen on a dark web. A lot of people identity being used. People don't know that. You can pay somebody to get your information. So you get up to $1 million identity protection with that. So you get that part. You also get a will, trust, power of attorney. I said that. You get financial lockbox where you can store your financial information on it digitally instead of just having paperwork laid around your house. A tornado come, a fire, anything, all your information you had. Like say for instance, you want to leave something to T, it'll be on paper, right? But if you want it to be stored up where she can just log in, if anything happened to me, mama, you, Jeff, and Rico got my code. And it's 3 digits, you give it to them. You got your will, your trust, how you want your business to be dispersed. I want Rico to give him a truck. I want this, blah, blah, blah. So that's how that's set up, to help people. We also have Rocket Lawyer. A lot of people need help with knowing how to build a business. I have a lot of people a few people, guys, they got criminal stuff off their record by using Rocket Lawyer. So they help you with attorneys to help you get negative items, just to get, stuff out your information that you don't want people to know about. Maybe you need to get a job and they say that you got trespassing on there. Rocket Lawyer can help you with that and a lot of different other avenues as well. So we offer people 16 different services. You also get a debt calculator to help you to know how to leverage debt from the least to the greatest to pay it off. Hopefully within 3 to 6 months of using the program, you'll be debt free. We also offer where you can know what they call your net worth. So you can know your own net worth. Everybody know Jay-Z net worth. Everybody know Puff Daddy net worth, but they don't know their own. So you get that to actually build up your net worth and, gauge that for yourself so you can know your own net worth. So we don't just offer credit repair. That's one of the, services, but we offer a plethora of services to help people financially. So if people just say, I don't need credit repair, man, but do you have a will or a trust? Or do you have identity protection? Do you have any of these services that we have to protect you? So people can sign up for any of those individually if they didn't want the credit repair. Some people may be like, I know how to do it myself. I'm a DIY person. DIY, I do it myself. So, I got people like that. They refuse to get help until they really, really need it. I ain't going to that point, but yeah. So, you got people that really need help, but they don't know where to turn. So the company personally helped me, back in 2018. I was going through a separation. I was living in a house, and I had to move in with my mama, start my life over. Didn't know what to do. I saw a post on Facebook. I come in the info, and then, I've been going from there. So, that's basically what we do. We just help people, the other thing about the company, it educates you, you know what I'm saying? So you don't do the same things over and over again. So you won't be in the same situation. So you can know what to do. Just say, for instance, you go out there and maybe your credit score will drop. You don't have to panic no more. You know what I'm saying? You're educated. You have all this information that you can use. You're like a walking bank. Nobody can take that from you. Nobody can take knowledge from you. So that's my big thing. The credit and everything, cool, helping people out. But the education part is big for me because I can help somebody out and they go start applying for stuff again and get all these inquiries in the same situation. But if they knew the education part of it, they'll know not to do those things and why not to do it. And if they did do it, what to do to change the situation. So that's basically what we do. It's $179 to enroll as a customer, and it's $89 for 3 months. You can opt out at any time. There's no contract obligations. It's month to month. So the person do it 1 month and they got the credit score where they want it to be. They maybe just want to get it to a 640 to buy a house. You don't have to use the services anymore. You can go on about your business. So that's basically how it works.
Okay, okay, man. Kind of like I know you mentioned y'all offer credit cards. Now I
Mm-hmm.
know credit cards are important too to help building your credit. Kind of give us some tips on credit card utilization, and just some pointers on that right there.
So credit cards, they can make or break you. They can kill you financially or they can resurrect you. You got to just know how to, like you said, utilization, how to use the credit card. So they give you a percentage without to, go over, which is 35%. And you want to stay under 35%. If you stay under that, that can keep you where you need to be. You want to make your monthly payment by your due date. You never want to go over your credit limit. So if you got a $500 credit limit, you don't want to exceed it. If you do, you want to, make sure you pay on the right way. And pay more maybe this time. Maybe if you went over, pay 600 instead of 500 just to pay back to lower the interest rate on there. Credit cards, they can be very important because of the fact if you know how to leverage credit, maybe, say for instance, you go out to Miami, you want to get on a ski boat, you can use a credit card. You don't have to use your own money. If you had a credit card that was premium, with like a $10,000, $5,000 limit, you don't have to use your own money. You can just leverage your credit and know how to leverage your money at the same time. We do offer individuals that have poor credit, secure credit cards. The one we have is Latitude. Latitude is a good one that you can use with a security deposit of minimum $100, and you'll just use the card for like gas, going to McDonald's, whatever, just small miscellaneous items. Don't go over your limit each month. Stay under your utilization of 35%, and about 3 to 6 months, you can graduate to a premium credit card. Credit cards, a lot of people use them. Say, for instance, if you got a business, your tire blew out on your truck, you can use your credit card. If you ain't have no, cash in your pocket, you can leverage your credit in that way. Maybe you need to get school clothes for your children. Your check gonna be next week. You can utilize your credit in that manner. So credit help in a lot of different ways as well. In that aspect, credit cards.
Okay, okay. Kind of talk about some of the benefits and programs y'all have for small businesses.
Small businesses, we do offer business funding. We offer business credit. We offer secured business credit cards as well. So you also get assistance from anybody within our department, the business department. You're trying to build up a business. You got an LLC, an EIN. You don't know what to do. So you can call in and they will just walk you from step one to whatever to get your business off the ground. They'll give you a whole plan. All this free if you're in the program. You get all that. We help people from A to Z. So the step one is to get the personal credit right. And then once you get the personal credit together, you can move into other ventures. Maybe you maybe want to open up a lash parlor. Maybe you wanted to open up a gym for the boys in Starville. Maybe you want to open up a skating rink or something like that. That's where the personal credit to set you up for the business credit. And now you can grow and start a franchise. So we help people in the aspect of helping them with the business credit, helping them monitor the business credit with bonds and the credit lines. We have trade lines and lines of credit also help you to add to your business to help build it up as well.
Okay, what's some of the qualifications? How long I need to be in business to get some funding? What would I need to send in?
At least a 550 credit score. At least be in business 6 months, 4 to 6 months, and have at least like $6,000 to $8,000 revenue. All you would have to do is just send the documents in to prove your business, your LLC and EIN.
Okay, that
Yes,
seems
sir.
pretty straightforward. So kind of give us just, I guess, give us your closing advice. What would you advise people that want to sign up with your company, or people that just in general was questionable or may have bad credit? What's some tips to just help them?
Basically, if you got bad credit, it's not the end of the world. It's actually, a new beginning. So just get familiar with what credit is. It's really not hard as people think. It's not scary as people think. Once you learn it, it becomes fun. You know, you feel powerful. You feel like you're a guru because, you know, you can actually make millions of dollars off of just credit. You know, there's a lot of guys out there that just use credit and they doing a lot of great things. My advice to people, if they wanted to sign up, just contact me. You can also go to my website, which is wardadvisorygroup.com, WARD advisorygroup.com, just to see what I have on there to offer. My advice, you know, if anybody have any questions, my number, again, I said 662-722-2674. I don't mind giving, you know, information out. I got it, you know, so you receive freely, give freely. I believe in that. So people don't have to sign up with me. Say, for instance, if you don't need my services, you may need one negative item off your credit report. I do have templates that people can get from me. All you have to do is just contact me, like a late payment template, medical bills. It violates a law called HIPAA to have medical bills, to have negative items reported to the credit bureau about hospital bills. They're not supposed to do that. It's against the law, Fair Credit Reporting Act. So we have HIPAA letters, late payments. A lot of people have old addresses. I provide those templates for free. So I ain't all about, you know, somebody enrolling with my company. It's just about people, you know, learning the basics of credit because, like I said, you know, where we from, you know, how we grew up. So that's kind of my passion, you know, just to help my people, really not to, you know, get them to sign up. But if anybody saw they saw that this would really help them and they needed the services, I would encourage you to do so. But, you know, the stuff all on Facebook is all on TikTok. This credit stuff a big thing. It's the #1 industry in the world. So you can always just go on Facebook and type in credit. Go on TikTok, type in credit. Go on Instagram, type in credit. And just get a lot of tips from these people putting it out for free and apply them in your life. Robert Earl Robinson put up on me one day. I was in Storeville. Boy, you know that credit stuff you be putting on Facebook, man. Help me and my wife buy a house, man. I was just following what you said. He didn't never enroll with me. He never paid me 1 cent. But he was smart enough. Every time I put something on Facebook as a tip, he'll apply it. So that's really why I just put it out there. I don't know how many people I help. I just hope I help a lot of people. You know, that's why I do it every day. You know, just to wake people up and let them know the importance of it. The biggest thing, just to posture yourself up and learn for yourself. You know, and then you really don't have to pay nobody for the services. It's not hard as people think. But if you do need my services, I'll be more than happy to, you know, to help you along the way, to help you with all the services that we do have. And I can drop my link in the chat just so you want to go in there and see all this. Like I said, if you don't need credit repair, you may need something else that we offer.
Man, that's dope, bro. What you doing? And like you've been a pillar of information for our community for a long time, man, and it's needed. You know,
Right.
you probably have helped hundreds of people that you're not aware of with just the information that you put out there on a daily basis. And you know, I'm appreciative of it, and I think, you know, a lot of people are. And keep up the good work, bro. Keep doing it. Keep grinding.
Appreciate it.
For sure. And if anybody got any questions in the chat, feel free to drop them in there.
Yeah, drop them on, man. I need to talk to some people. I know y'all got questions.
So yeah, crazy. But yeah, y'all drop some questions in the chat. Chazz, if you got any questions about anything, Tate, y'all feel free to chime in.
What's going on, bro? You know, I hit you up the other day, but I just didn't. I didn't never hit that link because I was at work and got busy and everything, and just never went back to it. But like, I've been getting my credit straight. I ain't gonna lie, when I was locked up, like that was my main focus, to have my credit straight by the time I came home, and I actually did. You know what I'm saying? And I did that from in there, so I know it could be done.
Right.
But when I got home, I think my girl, somebody had put it up on, and it was like, you know, you can boost it up just by getting added to somebody who got good credit to they stuff. And I went that route too to make it go even higher. So, but all that worked out. But like a lot of people,
I ain't mean to cut you out, Tate. How does that work when you add it as a authorized user on somebody else's credit card?
Man, that's the smartest thing you can ever do.
That's the smart thing. You're talking. That's
like
good.
Anybody
That's
got good credit, just get on their credit card, and when they use it, just say, for instance, hey, bro, I ain't got to use your credit card. I just want to get on your credit. And when they use the card, it'll build your credit up as well.
Well, as long as they paying their stuff like they supposed to, and they credit already good, it ain't gonna do nothing but help you. Like it's gonna automatically take yours up because it's basically adding yours and theirs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you the downside to it. Now, if you don't have any credit, or you got like one thing on your credit, you can get added to two people thing if you want to.
Right.
It's some companies you gonna go to for certain stuff, and they gonna say, "Well, nah, we can't do it. Yeah, we see your credit of 700, or we see your credit of 650, but it's basically more authorized user stuff. It's not actually yours. You know what I'm saying? So you still need some good stuff on your credit yourself.
Right. So they help because of the fact, some people can't get a credit card.
Right.
It'll help you, do it. So that's a great idea. Yeah, that's good. Because it can help you build your score up, and you can just be like, "Look, bro, I'll pay the payment. I pay your monthly payment. Let me get in your credit card. Somebody got good credit. You can be authorized user, pay the payment for them. 3 months, your score will be out the roof. It'll be higher than it was."
Larry Hill said he got 6 eviction, 9 repos, and a 297 credit score. Can you give me in a 2000? He always gonna say so crazy. Can you give me a 2023 Hellcat Durango?
How much you put down up front?
Yeah, because you got a 297 credit score, boy. You finna have to come out there with some bread.
Cash money.
You might as well say you have a credit score of 50.
You gonna pay the whole truck. 50K. No financing.
For real.
Hey,
you got financing, you don't want that, buddy. They gonna sting you. And don't come up there with no CPN.
I'm looking in the chat. See if they have any more questions. Timmy Joe said that's good shit. Y'all better take heed.
Man, for real, bro, for real, I don't be getting into the logistics of it. But if you study the numbers, you will see minorities have the worst credit score. Do anybody on the call here know which state is number one for bad credit?
Yeah, Mississippi.
All right, then. What state number one for stress?
It's got to be Mississippi. We number one in
I'm
our.
telling you, go hand in hand, bro. All this stuff happening with these kids shooting and stuff. I'm telling you, this stuff be mattering. Like if I be driving through neighborhoods in Dallas sometime, these people's houses so big, it's a different energy in their air. Like it's just peaceful. Like you just see people walking out because they, credit change your mind, man. Like people know they try to judge you according to your credit score, like really how you carry yourself as a person. It really don't got nothing to do with finances.
Man,
when
you really think about the grand scheme of credit, credit puts you in low stress situations. Now that you like that.
It just, if people don't think about it the way it should be thought about, you know what I'm saying? We reverse our thinking on it. We'll be like, okay, that's why we've been like this all our time. That's why we all in the hood. That's why, this happening to us when they, blah, blah, blah. High school had the car in school. Their mom and daddy got them a Benz in school or whatever. You can, stuff like that. It's not our fault, our parents' fault, but now we know better, we can do better, you know what I'm saying? Especially for the generations behind us, man. We got to change the dynamic. And the ball now, cool, we all 38, 40 some years old now, you know what I'm saying? We got to get real serious about it, and the credit determine how you go take care of your family or not, as well as yourself, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the high interest rates and everything, crazy, they get higher every year. The government raising the taxes up, they raising the interest rates. And the only way to fight it is with financial literacy. You gotta be educated because it's like a weapon. It'll keep you from getting what I call pimp. It'll keep you from being bamboozled and hoodwinked. You go in there, then you go through all this and tell them, my credit score bad. And they have you sitting up for 7 hours, and then you come out, then you gotta sign for what they give you. Well, we're gonna give you this, you got a 18% interest rate, and then your loan for 84 months, and then you got to pay $538 a month for a 2010 Corolla. You see what I'm saying? Versus the person, they got an 800 credit score, and they go in there, they make no down payment, they pay me $325 for a 2023 Bentley, and they interest rate 2%. You see what I'm saying? It's a big difference. Like I know people that walk in the credit score. When I sell cars, they walk in the store. We call them 800 beacons. Man, they sit back like this and tell you what they want to do. Well, the day when I wanted to come in here and do, and I wanted to get me one of that Wagoneer outside, I got my car from last month, my leased car, and I'm going to trade that. And I just want to know the interest rate. I don't want to talk about payments or nothing right now. I'll let you know I got perfect credit, and then I got whatever you need for a down payment. But I don't want to make a down payment if I can get around it. Just let me talk to your finance department for the interest rate. That's power, man. Instead of somebody coming in there, with a 525 credit score or repo and eviction, and they got their kids with them sitting there all day and still got to get an Uber home. I done seen this stuff happen too many times. I'm being for real. In Dallas, Texas right now, there's people getting evicted out their apartment every day, sleeping under the bridge because of the fact they didn't take credit serious, and then they could have got them a house or something. And the good thing about a house in the apartment, the two differences, a house foreclosure take maybe 3 to 5 years. The eviction, you miss a couple payments, you're getting out. On the mercy of the landlord.
One payment,
you out of there. You're gone.
Hey,
they play game with black people, man. I'm just being real.
Drop your link in the chat.
All right.
Shay Clark, she wants the link.
But yeah, that's why I really took it like I did. I grew up, black boy from Mississippi, man. Idea. And I just learned something that I've always wanted to know, and I just, real passionate about it because I have helped some people, and I know guys personally that's millionaires that I've been in company with. Man, he got 32 years old. I met a young guy at a convention. This guy got the chains, the teeth, and everything. I'm going to get him to do a video so he can let these young guys know they don't got to sell drugs. This guy make $10,000 a week doing what I do. He make $100,000 a month, man. This dude 24 years old. He saw the picture because he was doing Bitcoin and all that. But he came over here because he said this is more lucrative than anything because 43 Americans have less than the 599 credit score. 63 Americans have poor credit. So there's so many people with poor credit. It's just from all waters to waters all around the world, credit matters. In China, they've been had credit score, but their credit score is different. It's like a driver license. You know what I'm saying? You can't even do certain stuff with bad credit. That's how important it is. So, I just want people to know the importance of credit. Now that I'm coming on here to get somebody enrolled with me, I'm going to get that anyway. But it's to help. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people on here I grew up with, man. I used to run around with Damon and them in the street all day, man. Rico, we used to have a little clique. Me, Damon, Virgin and them, we used to be marching all around the street. But, we didn't know no better at the time. You know what I'm saying? These guys, my friend, they like my brothers. Me and Rico in the same company, We've been in my econ together. We do income, a lot of different stuff to help people together. Rico do a lot of stuff. He know what I'm talking about because he been in the business with me to know the difference of it and the people I'm talking about and how just having good credit changed their life, man. It just changed the dynamics for real. It just make you a better person to change your mindset. You don't vibrate energy no more low. You're a different person. You start reading different books. You start hanging around different people. You start eating different. You start wanting different. It just puts you on a different level.
For sure. But man, but it's all good, man. We appreciate what coming on.
For sure.
I don't know how much whatever. But if you want to hang around, we had a couple topics. We were gonna talk about the Montgomery Brawl.
I'm on.
And I had the Montgomery Brawl, and I was gonna take a topic from the chat.
Okay.
So if you want to hang out with me for a little while,
I got you, bro. I'm on.
Gotta go.
No, I mean,
it's all good too, bro. We appreciate it.
But, we appreciate you, brother. I just want to tell you, I'm proud of you, man. Like you say, we used to run the streets together.
For real.
You came a long way, man.
Yeah, we all have, man.
Yeah.
God good.
But for sure, we'll like I said, you want to stick around, it's all good, man.
I'm hanging out, bro.
All right. Ray said I'm already with his company and my score is moving up. That's what's up.
Let's go, Ray.
Come on, that's what's up.
That's my girl right there.
All right. the first topic tonight, man, we were just gonna talk about the Montgomery Brawl and let y'all kind of chime in on how you feel about it, what you think about it. Y'all quiet? Tate, you there? Y'all quiet? Tate,
Good.
can you hear me, bro? You must be doing something over there in the background. Man, look, I think that was kind of ironic. My opinion on it, I just think it was ironic where it happened at, first of all, in Montgomery, Alabama, where we had some historical events go down in Montgomery. Uh, was a Montgomery bus boycott, and I'm sure a lot of us got beat back then around those time too. And me, I ain't no big person that condone violence, man. But sometimes violence is needed because I feel like, you know, when violence is shown, sometimes that's the only thing that some people respect is violence. So I mean, I commend them people, man, for coming to for the brotherhood that they showed. Obviously, they had a lot of love for each other. A lot of them probably didn't know each other, but it's good to see that for something that was just that, people that look like me was able to come together, and even though it was a fight, it still showed that we've come a long way. We got a long way to go, but it's still hope. So that's what I kind of took away from it. And the people that try to jump the man who was just doing his job, they were dead wrong. And you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. That's just my opinion on it. And y'all can chime in on it. Ray Ray said it's hilarious. Play the audio. Talking about from Ricky Smiley. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, give me 1 second. I gotta find it. That was funny. Somebody gonna have to send it to me. I gotta pull it up on the iPad. Send it to my inbox here if you got the audio.
What one you looking for, bro? My bad. I'm trying to cook at the same time. Well, what's link you talking about?
Nah,
What's video?
I was telling Hill to send the audio if we got it from on Ricky Smiley show. Whatever.
Which one? When he talked to the chair? When he
Yeah,
talked
to
to
with the chair.
nah, he they joked the first day and they claim they were talking to the chair. They crazy. But yeah, dude with the chair say he blacked out, man.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want that audio. You got it. Send it to my inbox on Facebook if you got it.
Let's see.
I saw it earlier. I forgot who shit it was on. I should need it. I'm looking for it myself. Let me search it and I find Ricky Smiley. Hey, you got the audio?
Now I'm trying to find it. I think I had seen it on somebody's page.
I
First
did.
thing I seen was when he interviewed the one that popped up was the chip, the one he interviewed the chip, but I'm looking for the dude.
Yeah, I saw that too. No, I'm looking. It was on somebody's page. I can't remember who page it was on. Damn it. Who page is that shit on?
It's funny.
Alright, here say he just sent it to me. I'm finna play the audio.
Rick's Mountain Morning Show, 6 minutes after the hour, y'all.
Can y'all
Before we
hear?
interview the chair, let me play a little bit of this. Let's go.
Yeah, we can hear it.
Who we got, Special K?
Come on now, we got the chair.
Y'all give it up. Welcome to the Rick's Mountain Morning Show. Give it up for the chair.
Yes.
Everybody, good morning.
Hey, first of all, let everybody know your name.
Well, Ricky, my name, was Charles, but I no longer go by that slave name. As of today, my name is Moses Muhammad X Elijah. Y'all call me Mo.
So let me ask you this: how did you end up in Montgomery?
Well, I originally got a scholarship to Alabama State back in 2003 to be on the sideline for the basketball team. The thing just didn't pan out.
Okay.
Yeah, and after college, fell on hard times, man, and I moved down to Uniontown, where I used to work at the Foot Wash, do baby showers, gender reveals, and space tapes.
Okay.
Chair Muhammad, we're gonna call you. Can we call you Chair Muhammad?
Whatever. Yeah, just call me Mo.
All right, Mo. All right, Mo the chair. Tell us about your family. I'm sure Brett want to know.
Oh, absolutely, Brett. I come from a long line of NPS 1200 series premium folding chairs. My granddaddy, he was one of them dark black chairs in the 50s, but he despised his color.
I'm talking about the interview where he actually interviewed the dude, though. That shit funny as hell.
He went and snitched to other Klan-affiliated chairs about what Rosa and them was doing.
Right.
That was my granddad. Yeah, my dad, he was a light brown chair in the WWE wrestling, and my cousin, he's a green chair in the project. So, he used to this type of stuff.
Right.
So how did you get from the boat to the deck?
Teamwork, black teamwork, African Americans coming together. Because I was up on the 3rd floor, and I had been in storage since last fall. They grabbed me for a repass, stuck me on the boat, handed me down, Ricky, 3 levels to get to that young man's hands. I didn't get his name, but man, we went to action.
Yeah. but so let me ask you something. Gary want to know. Gary, you want to ask him about the lady? Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Mo. Now, the lady that you hit, she was just walking by. She was about to probably get a cold drink, and you just popped her. Why?
Yeah, I blacked out. I blacked out. Emotions was running high. And all I remember when I saw that lady, all I could picture was that day they wouldn't let Rosa have a seat. So I gave her ass a seat.
And it looked like you dumped her back in the water.
Well, it's Alabama in July. That was me being generous because, you want to cool her off after that. After that fire. After you fire them up, you cool them off.
So Mr. Chair, what is next for you?
Well, Ricky, I've been getting a lot of interview requests. Gail King want me to come sit down. I'm just out there. People trying to get me to do a GoFundMe, but I'm a chair. I don't know what that is. If anybody wants to give me any money, donate it directly to my charity. That means just give it to me, under the table, because that's where I be.
So who gonna be sitting on you this weekend? Where do they have you booked this weekend? Where you gonna be?
I got a few things lined up. Hold on one second. Hold on. Can I help you? Can I help you, sir? Okay. Yeah, move it. Yeah, move along. All right. I'm sorry about that, Rick. This white boy was looking at me funny.
Oh, okay.
Recognize. Yeah, but we held it. We do it. He ain't want that.
Right. Ladies, man, thank you so much for coming on the show, explaining us and breaking down what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for the chair, Muhammad.
Make it smile crazy.
Man, I heard that at work, man. I was tutu, bro. I'm talking about tutu.
Ricky Smiley crazy as hell. That's my first time in the whole thing. I had just heard a little excerpt of it.
Yeah, I listen to him every morning in my damn shade at work. Every morning. He interviewed old girl too though. The one who was commentating, the first one that they were showing
Yeah.
that was commentating it. And matter of fact, they told her to make some shirts off of them sound effects she was making.
Yeah.
He's
Boom.
like, you might well capitalize off of it. But
Boom.
everybody looking at it basically the same way, like, ain't nobody basically condoning violence. But at the same time, it's like, man, this one time that you seen black folks actually stand up for each other. And if it was that, it was like, wasn't nobody thinking like, man, I ain't finna get in that, or man, I ain't finna get in trouble for them. Like they just put their neck out there for somebody. And how many times did it happen and then nobody do nothing? You know what I'm saying? And it don't even be no issue. It's talked about for a day or whatever, and then boom, it's dead. So now that somebody actually stood up for themselves and the black people actually got something to be proud of, to say that, hey, we stood up together, man. We took that chance together. Even the police that was there, they weren't even trying to touch nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If that guy wouldn't have hit that woman with that chair, they wouldn't have even grabbed him. Because they watched him hit old boy a couple times. But once he hit her, that's when they grabbed him.
They can't be mad. Like, shit. Hell, how can you be mad?
I mean, the fact that it were 8 guys on one dude was crazy to me. Like they really were whooping the black guy, man.
Oh yeah. How you think they had a look? I mean, went or look to, little kids or whoever was watching, bro. If that shit had just went down and ended like with them just whooping that god like that for doing his job.
Right. But I know that it just made television. They've been getting beat up like that.
Man, now look, the 16
And Rick.
man, you was up there that night?
No, I wasn't. Don't call my name.
Oh, okay. Is out though the 16.
I'm not around anybody.
That jumped off the other boat, man, and swam across that motherfucker. Nah, he was body. I'm talking about, you can tell.
You talking about Aquaman?
Aquaman up with them mismatched socks on two stop buddies.
I think he was 16.
Yeah, he was 16.
See, that's the new kid standing up. You see what I'm saying? They ain't taking.
Yeah, and I think that was a microcosm, man, of some America been fearing as a whole for a long time.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I look at. We got another time.
Like with us, usually when one of us see another one help, they not really scared to help. It's just most people be scared to be that first one out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's usually how it go. But it's like that same situation right there. Once that one black guy came, here come the cavalry. It's like we finna go help now. But it's just like who gonna be that first one to step up most of the time.
Yeah, right. Hit the link. The link in the chat. Yeah, you're right. They were throwing mega hands. I'm talking about. They were throwing. Hey, them girls were throwing hands. Did everybody get out and vote in the primaries yesterday? It wasn't the general election. It was just the primaries. But still, it still give you kind of a gauge on what's going on. Did y'all vote? Yay, nay? Who in private chat? Okay, I'm finna. I got you. Let me.
So look, fam, speaking of that vote, whatever came about? Like, what happened? Because we still ain't heard nothing.
It's the primaries. I got the result.
For the sheriff?
Yeah, it ain't the. They still got to go vote in November, bro.
I thought it was just him and Shank anyway.
It is. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really didn't. I mean, it mattered because it showed like a real hell. Let me go read the results. Okay. Um, can you hear me?
Yeah, I guess.
I the results were. This is just for the sheriff election. Um, I'm assuming. Yeah, it should be. So he got 2,483 votes. The Republican incumbent got 4,631 votes. So that's about 2,200 votes. But this is the killing part about it, which is average for a local election. Only 26% of the people that were eligible to vote actually got out and voted.
And I seen somebody put on Facebook that people was talking about the rain, and it's like, come on, man, you can't let that be the reason.
So out of 26,641 active voters, only 7,114 ballots were even cast. So you got roughly, man, you got 19,500 ballots that wasn't even casted. And I'm sure we probably know who the majority of the people were, but it was a this was a primary, not the general election. So, and that's also for governor too, and for the supervisors races too. Eric Young, he was leading his he won his actual primary I think about 300 votes. Congratulations to him. I got to get him on before the general election in November. But man, Tate Reeves won too. He won the primary, but he got to come back in November as well. And we complain about a lot of the stuff that's going on within the state. And Tate Reeves showed us who he was, in my opinion. You know, he sent millions and billions of dollars back to the federal government that could have helped the residents of this state during really, really, really tough times. He also, under his watch, one of the biggest scams, welfare scams in the history of this country. So you misappropriated money that benefited you and your constituents, but you return money to the federal government that could have helped your state. Like that right there, just alone ought to make people want to get them out of there. But man, we gotta be more serious about these local and state elections because those are the ones that really matter. You gotta live in these places. Your kids gotta grow up around here. And your vote does matter. That shit do matter in local elections. I know people got their own opinion about presidential elections, but local for your supervisors, your sheriffs, your constables, your district attorney races, like all of those things matter, man, because they're gonna have a direct effect on you. President might not, but most of these politicians locally gonna have a direct effect on you. So no need of complaining about stuff if we not gonna, not have a solution to it. But we gotta have some action. Like a complaint ain't shit if you ain't gonna have a solution to the problem that you're complaining about. So the solution to a lot of our problems, and especially locally, economically, socially, is who's in office. The legislation that they got in place. Like we need to get more younger and innovative people in there, and the only way we're gonna do that is we gotta get to the polls, dog. Tate, you want some one off?
Nah, I was listening to you.
Oh, okay.
Talking to him. Yeah, listening to you.
But We'll we'll get and kind of let the people interact with him a little bit more and I guess pick his brain or whatever. But we'll try to have him back on soon too before I know for sure before November a couple times maybe. But
It's like you said though. It's like everybody focus on president, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Black folks don't really focus on the president unless it's something major that they talking about for black people, or it's trending, or it's a black person. But other than that, we don't really pay that stuff no attention. Like it's like people get their information off Facebook now. People don't even watch the news no more. So a lot of people don't even know what's going on until it hits social media. And once it hits social media, if it ain't something somebody caught on the phone or something like that, once it hits social media, it probably been happened a week ago. So it'd be too late for a lot of stuff. That's just like Trump. He really shouldn't even be able to run right now. You know what I'm saying? Even though he ain't been found guilty or nothing. But it's like they still pulling for him. Trump bought his kind out the woodwork. You know what I'm saying? He bought all those rural areas out. So they want him back in there again. They don't care what he did. Like he made it where those guys that was on the boat can be proud of what they do. They can come out and do what they do.
Right.
man,
And
the only thing I did not like about Trump, bro, like that if he could have not whistleblow to them type of people, bro, for that vote, Trump would have been like. Now that I look back on it and look like, and it was because people always think, oh yeah, Trump gave us money. No, the fuck he didn't. Trump didn't give us shit. Congress got to give you that money. Understand how government works. You know what I'm saying? Can't no president give you no money. That shit got to go through Congress. All right. So, but I'm just gonna talk about like policies.
not to cut
But
you off, Zay, but he ain't even the first one that gave the stimulus. Obama started it. Well, the Congress when he was in there, they started it. Trump
yeah,
just doubled it up.
mm-hmm. Yeah, he that. But like, man, he had some really, really, really good policies, dog, that was beneficial to us, like to the like people, the normal working American people.
He did.
Trump
He
policies
did.
was really, really good for us, man, and a lot of aspects, especially small businesses. But like the attitude that, like the, I just feel like the boldness that some people had with him being president, with the boldness that he had, it was like, damn, you gonna fuck up, like. You really could have been, good because he went status quo of he didn't grow up a politician. He wasn't part of the go along, get along game. Trump did shit his way. And you gotta respect that about him. But I just didn't like how he kind of stirred up the
And it seemed like once he realized he stirred them up, he started going towards that side a little more. Even though, like you said, he had a lot of good policies. He freed a few people and everything, but it's like it seemed like that started to outweigh all of that.
it did, for sure. No doubt about it. But god damn, look where we at now. Like this administration has to be one of the worst I've ever seen. And I've lived through a few wars. We didn't seen it all, dog. Like this administration is definitely uh, trying to set certain communities back.
But I can't really say that, bro, because they trying to do stuff to help, but they just keep getting shot down. Like what they just shot down about the student debt in the Supreme Court, that was strictly because majority of these people that they put in there, majority of the new ones they got put in, Trump put them in there. And he put them in there for a reason. Like that was one of his main focuses while he was president, like getting these justices in there. But even when the presidential election was going on, people weren't paying attention to that part. But that's what they were telling you from the door. Like whoever get in here, they finna have this power to put some justices up here, and they up here for life.
What's up, Toby?
So it's like some of the stuff he's trying to get did, it's some good stuff. But shit, if you just keep getting shot down, There ain't but so many executive orders you can do.
Man, Democrats
But
want
to, but they are one of the most manipulative groups it is because they target the blacks every time, and then they get in there and don't really do nothing
exactly. That's
for
what
the
I'm.
blacks.
They want to keep. They whole thing is to keep you dependent on them. They'll give you some free shit. They'll make you some promises, but what have we got out the deal for our vote for Joe Biden? What we done got?
So far, nothing. Not that I see.
Why say that we already talk about the Montgomery Brawl? Yeah, we talked about it. What's up? You want to come on stage? We listened to Ricky Smiley when he interviewed the chill, bro. He said not a fucking thing. Was you proud? Did you go out for drinks after the Brawl, Wallace? Yeah, he cut up with the chair. That's why he hit that damn woman. But it say he blacked out. He blacked out, Wallace.
It happen like that sometimes.
He thought about when they would let Rose get that seat. A big ball of Henny. We lost Chazz tonight, y'all. Her, she had some technical difficulties going on. Outside co-host.
She been having technical difficulties for a while now.
Hopefully she'll be back ready and strong tomorrow. Uh,
What they got in the text over here?
in the chat,
Yeah.
Wiley joking about the Montgomery.
But yeah, man, it's like but at the same time, I can say this fact. It was an older person pointed this out to me one time, and it's kind of true. It's like they don't really let Democrats get in there. That's why some people feel like stuff like it is, like they vote don't count and stuff like that. Because it seems like when you see a Democrat win, it's usually kind of already headed towards a down spiral already, and they just want them to catch it during that time. And or it's either already like when Obama got it, shit was fucked up. So it ain't but so much you can do in 8 years to undo all the hurt that somebody did in they 8 years. So it was kind of hard on that and see like where we was headed with Trump. Like I say, he had a lot of good policies to help small businesses and to help people that's low income. But he also helped the 1% too. He helped them as well. But it's like we was heading on that downward spiral with him. Like, cause it had got outside of the policies and went to just heading somewhere else. And so what better way now? Throw a Democrat in that way it's headed that way. We see where it's headed. So we're gonna go and let you get in there now. And it's gonna look like you fucking up.
Well, I ain't gonna say hate. I don't like to use that word, but Democrats and Republicans, bro, they all from the same. They all play the same game, and it's. I don't like. They all one of the same. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Until we.
because I mean, ain't now one of them broke. Ain't none of them broke now.
Oh, of course not.
So they not really finna do nothing to shoot themselves in the foot as far as they money. So yeah, we'll throw y'all a bone, but on the back end, we know what we doing for ours too.
I'm not voting for another. A Democrat really gonna have to show me for me to vote for another one. Like right now, how I feel, and for what I've seen from Democratic presidents over from Obama to Joe Biden. Oh fuck no!
But you know the crazy part? When
I'm voting.
Biden was running, It was actually 2 more candidates on the ballot. Well, they went on the ballot. He beat him in the primary.
They ain't
But
having money behind them. That's what
it
that was.
was 2 more candidates that was talking about the money for the black people behind the slavery. You know what I'm saying? Behind slavery and everything. Reparations for blacks. It was literally 2 of them. Might have been 3 who was talking about that. And they was really pushing the agenda. But people weren't paying them no attention. Like you said, they didn't have enough money to put behind them to just put themselves out there like that. But they was actually talking about reparations for blacks. Because one guy, and I want to say he wasn't white. I think he mixed, he's Chinese or something like that. But he was like, he looking at it like, how is it possible that everybody else is getting something for something? The Indians, you say this happened to them, boom, you giving them this. You know, people coming over here from other countries, they getting tax free for 2 years, or they getting tax exempt for this long or that long. This, that, this, and the others. But we've been saying over all these years, all this stuff happened to blacks. It's been proven that some of this stuff happened to blacks, and they ain't got nothing. You ain't gave them nothing out the deal.
Tate, we this whole country was built on free labor, my boy. So,
Exactly.
so from the financial system to the educational systems in this country, it was built on the backs of people who never got paid for the work they did, dog.
Right.
At one point, um, you always hear about Mississippi, the poorest state and shit right now, and which it is. You know what I'm saying? But at one point in time, do you realize Mississippi was one of, I think, the richest state in the union because of how much cotton we actually produce.
Right.
United States of America was the #1 cotton producing nation in the world, and they made trillions of dollars annually, bro, off of the production of cotton alone. And they had no fucking overhead costs. So could you imagine going to your plug and he give you 200 of them things, and you ain't gotta take him no money back, and you can go back to him and get 2 more 100, and you ain't gotta take him no money back? How long gonna take you to get wealthy and rich in the head, Tate? Not long at all, bro. So did you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's how that shit went.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me check the chat out.
But my thing is like Biden talking about running again. Regardless, I'm gonna be honest, they seem silent as hell. Like you hear about Biden, but Kamala Harris, you don't even hear about nothing with her no more. She just like she got an ass just
What do she do?
where you go.
Yeah, what does she do?
I mean, she goes basically vice presidents look like they just go to different countries and be the face of America. If you ask me, most of them. You got some that get in and push stuff or whatever, but like she just went to. I can't think. I have to Google it, but she
Oh,
literally
I
just
mean,
went to a country the other day, and they didn't want her over there. And when she left that country, they banned the American dollar over there right behind it, and they joined with Russia and I think it's China on it. They
did you
joined
see?
with their
Did,
little thing.
did you see last week where Russia and China landed ships at our goddamn border? Did you see that?
What was it, bro?
Russia and China had 11 warships at the border of Alaska last week. On a joint military exercise.
I ain't see that. I ain't see that.
Here, look into it.
But yeah, like Russia and China, they already, they already teamed up. But and see, that's the thing. It's like the stuff America doing. It's forcing other people or making other people want to go join up with them.
Nobody likes us
And
out.
it's basically it basically got to the point I think where everybody feel like America a bully. You know what I'm saying? Like we
It,
call other people bullies, but people are starting to look at us as the bully.
yeah, it's been at that a long time ago. It's been to that point. Who is that? Who is? I need to research him. I think we might have lost Tate. Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna research it and see who that is. You should hit the link and tell us who you talking about. You ain't got to come on camera and talk. But yeah, I know Russia and China, they plotting some shit, man. Within the next few years, they gonna try us. Oh yeah, I saw that lab in California, man. They had. I didn't know there was a China bio lab. I didn't know who had it, but yeah, I saw it. That shit crazy. Like some shit on I Clone Tyrone. Yeah, that was wild.
And the crazy part is, like, people talk about Trump and how he brought him out. If DeSantis win, oh, you really finna see a whole nother ball game with them.
Yeah, I don't think he got shot though.
I don't think he do because of his personality. You know, other than that, he got him on the team, but he don't have no. He ain't got nothing recognizable about him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got no oomph about himself. He's just a dead conversation, you know. But if you look at what he been doing, where he at, man, imagine that man in the White House. He basically trying to erase Black history. Period. He don't want to talk about. He don't want none of that.
Well, they steady rewriting it in Montgomery, Alabama. They writing history.
Hey, that's what they call it, the sweet tea party. They had fucking tea party with nigga. We remix that thing. Hell, we don't drink plain tea. It's sweet tea party. I hadn't even seen if Biden said anything. Have Biden said anything about that?
Nah.
Because you know, usually when stuff like that go on, president to get up there and say something once they see the whole world seeing it or the whole world talking about it.
I don't think that's something he want to address. That ain't. He don't want to get it no attention to get people riled up with the president talking about it.
You know, they don't really want to publicize us sticking together anyway. It don't matter if it was violent or unviolent.
Not in that capacity right there, of course not. Even though it was the right thing, they don't want to show that shit. It's gonna be something else spark up. They're gonna get your mind out there.
Hey, what about the hat though? I'm surprised they ain't get the hat on
Man,
there. Look, when I watched that, bro, I was like, that's somebody that's real pissed off right there. Cause you just first thought is just slaying this fuck this shit. That's that fuck this shit sign right there. That's that fuck this shit. It's whatever you want to do.
Man, that was that call. Yeah. In distress. Throw that head in there. Shit.
Eric said, Eric Purnell said they doing it in Tennessee too with the ban on Black history.
Yeah, they're trying to ban history, period. Like, they don't want. Their thing is, they don't want their children and grandchildren to know all the horrible things that they did in the past. That's bullshit. Like, I mean, if all is gonna happen, Tate, if you keep trying to hide history, you know, it's gonna keep rewriting, and
That's it. That's it.
rewritten the way you may think it's gonna be rewritten.
And see, the thing is, it's starting to come to light all of the stuff that y'all been trying to hide. Like y'all been teaching us history in school, but it wasn't a full history.
Bullshit.
Yeah, you just teaching us what the hell you want us to. Basically, you teaching us what you want to implant in our brain. That's what you teaching us. You ain't teaching us the real history. Because y'all teaching us that people found this country that didn't find it first. How the hell you gonna say somebody found something first and it was already somebody here? That don't even make sense. You can't make that shit make sense. And then you come in and just take over. Like, that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? But this what you teaching us. But you're not teaching all the stuff in between. You're not teaching all the stuff before. You're not teaching all the stuff in between. You're not teaching the truth about everything that's after. But now that stuff started coming out, people start looking at it themselves, and you got strong people like Cornel West and other black scholars and stuff that's putting it out there to the world of this, that, this, and the other, and people going to look it up themselves, and they seeing, hey, why they ain't teach this, why ain't teach that? And then you got this younger white generation coming up as well, and they not tripping about it being out there. You know what I'm saying? They be feeling away like, man, I ain't know my folk did it. You know, some of them feel away about that. So now they pushing it for the schools to actually teach this side too. And people like him, the Science man, they were like, man, no, we don't want that. No, that ain't finna happen down here. But you just put, you just made a law. I don't know if it was in Florida or somewhere else, but they just made it law through their Congress that in God we trust got to be in every single classroom in the state in some form or fashion. You have to have this up posted. So it's like you can force a religion on somebody, but you can't teach somebody the proper history. Like that's crazy. And then it's so crazy because in the Constitution it says that those are two separate entities, and you can't make one except the other, as far as like state and religion. But they passed it, and they got to be in every classroom. And see, that's their thing. Like a lot of them go and say, "We doing this like the Bible say. We whatever they call themselves. We doing it like the Bible say. This what we the what they call it, something." But it's like, okay, you saying this, but y'all fucking people over on the other side. Like, make that make sense. But that's exactly what they've been doing.
Yeah, him and damn, what's the other one name?
You talking about Connor West?
That's another one.
Now I was looking at Eric post, Eric comment, and I ain't gonna lie, I don't know about Connor West now, but it's a lot of them that sell out. I mean, if you was to watch, if you was pay attention to Malcolm X or just study history, then like deep in it, they'll say Martin Luther King was a sellout. So they was letting that. That's exactly what they said he was, like they puppet for the black. So I mean, I don't really know about that. But yeah, it's plenty of them that's gonna sell out. It's like, hey, we need your voice for this right here. You keep them calm. We're gonna take care of you on this side. Of course, I'm pretty sure plenty of them will sell out. Cause they thinking about self. You know what I'm saying? They pushing self agenda.
Right.
And as long as they taking care of self and they family and they friend, shit, man, you just want me to say this, say that, or just keep them calm? Okay.
Yeah, most of the time they pick our leaders for us. They pick who they
Right.
make us like certain people. They pick who they want us to like, because this all is really based on shit now is who we like.
How white people get so much control?
They fought for it, bro. They shed blood for it.
Right. They like it too.
I mean, that's the only thing I can say. They shed blood. They fought a bunch. They done fought the whole world for it.
Right.
When you think about it, yeah, Obama was definitely picked for sure, no doubt about that. I ain't really like not say, well, yeah, you're right. I ain't like it. Obama was responsible for a
You don't like
move.
Obama?
He was the only thing he was responsible for to me was a movement of
LGBT.
and he did that. I give him credit for that.
He signed a lot of stuff that nobody else would sign.
He did. You know, that was part of the politics and shit in it. But
So what? Like you say. So he said they killed MLK when he started talking about reparations.
Yeah.
That's probably true because he started stepping outside. He started stepping outside of the agenda.
Right.
This now we told you to stay in this lane. Now you stepping outside of
You talking about your dream, boy?
it. For real. You keep on talking about that now. As far as Obama go, what I think about Obama,
What
I
that mean,
feel like
Gary
Obama
Cornell?
didn't. I feel like Obama didn't do for the blacks as he could have. I ain't gonna say as he should have, but I don't think he did for the black community as he could have, just
No.
because he was worried about them saying he doing it because they black.
Right.
I don't even know if it was that. It was so man. It's amazing to me how it's really not amazing, but it's crazy, bro. How deeply rooted racism is in this country,
It's
dog.
crazy. Crazy.
And
I'm
just
thinking.
by him being a black man as the president of the United States of America, nobody like they wasn't gonna fuck with him on a lot of shit, regardless, dog. Like regardless, and you see how much hell and trouble they gave Obama when he was in office. Which, like I say, I don't give a fuck if president black or white. I'm really looking at your policies and what you really own, what you stand for,
Right.
right?
Right.
So, but they were willing to damn near go to hell with Trump. Like everything Obama did, you shut it down. Now. But shit, you let Trump get in there and do any and everything he wanted to do. Trump went up against. Trump was the biggest threat to American democracy in the history, man.
He had too much inside information.
He had a lot of power. He had a lot of followers, bro.
Right.
And he wasn't scared to go up against that shit. Trump rallied his troops in Washington, D.C., man, and told them go to the Capitol and kick ass, bro.
And they did it.
And
Let's
they
get
did
that.
it.
Lawyers, doctors, policemen, firefighters.
Shit, professionals, man. Shit. You tell me.
I ain't talking about no rednecks that stay out there in Selson. Well, not Selson, but name somewhere down in the hood. Morgantown. These guys coming out of offices with suits on. And they dressed up like the Simpsons had them dressed up.
Mm-hmm. Simpson don't miss, dude.
The illusion. Him and Tiger Woods not black.
You talking about Obama?
Yeah, they are. They say they not black.
They don't identify as African American.
No. Not even the vice president. She Jamaican, supposedly.
Yeah, Kamala Harris ain't all black. And see, that's the thing. Like they let a black person won, but it wasn't a full black either.
Right. They were one of us.
On neither side, with the presidency or with the vice president.
But black people get hit by anybody with dark skin.
It's like we're gonna let you in there, but we ain't letting no real one in there now. Don't get it twisted now.
Right.
We're gonna let y'all just say this. But now
Yeah, by
we
law,
let it.
by law, if you got an ounce of it in you, dog, that's what you is,
Yeah,
bro.
that's what they say, 1%. But
That's their law. By government law. So
Right.
Or
Yeah, man, they finna tighten up too. They about to go turn up a little bit.
as far as what?
As far as all these policies that they signing, to put people in more bad situations financially, whatever. Because where I stay at, it's a black historic town. So it was the first town that freedmen came to in America back in the 1800s. It's called Joppy, Texas. And what they doing now is what they call gentrification of South Dallas. So gentrification means that, you go through prehistoric black communities and you put other nationalities in the community, you know what I'm saying?
29 Starver, bro.
Yeah, they put more Hispanic people in black communities they put all the black folks out the community and then bring other colors in there to mix it up. They call it gentrification. So now they call this place, what was the first freedman place in American history, they call it a former prehistoric black town, city. But this is the only black city in Texas that people came to. Now they trying to change everything about black folks all the way around. But people ain't, they distract people through music and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't pay attention to.
That's the number one distraction they got us with right now is they goddamn music, man.
Right. Like Demond said in the beginning, everybody get their news off Facebook. Nobody don't really watch the news to see what's going on. And then CNN and all the other places, they just
the same people that own the news station, bro, the same people that own the social media network.
Exactly, bro. They put out what they want to put out.
It's disinformation anyway. I mean, when you go trace every major media outlet, publication, radio, magazine, all this shit, it gonna round back to, the same people.
Right.
So it's on you. We can't depend on nobody giving us true information but ourselves. We gotta go out and find it ourselves because they not gonna give it to us, dog.
Nah, man, ain't gonna do nothing. Again, what they did in Jackson? What's the law in Jackson?
As far as what?
What y'all think about the law in Jackson?
What law in Jackson?
I know one of them. I know one thing he did was he let the Capitol Police start policing certain areas of Jackson. I know that was one of the issues that people had.
No, they allowed the university police to start policing certain areas here too.
I thought they passed the Jim Crow law again.
Oh yeah.
Basically, and then they made it to where they put the judges in. You don't vote. Like they put the judges in.
Right. They lynching folks. That's what they doing.
That's dangerous, though.
Yeah,
that's overly dangerous. Like overly dangerous. I don't know how. That's some shit Biden them should be trying to get into themselves. Because that's like you changing law.
That's on the state level, bro. We gotta go out and vote, take Reeves out.
You change the Constitution. Like what are you doing?
You already wrote though. They just putting it. They implementing. They got the power.
I'm saying, did it pass or it's still in the?
That's already in effect. That ain't nothing that's in the house or nowhere. That's already in effect. But the Capitol Police and as far as the judges go, they already got that in effect. And it's crazy because they talked about it like around the time it was like shit. I want to say that was around the time that they was actually voting for certain representatives and stuff like that, and it still went through.
Nah, Tate, I don't know if that's been passed yet. I gotta look into that.
I'm telling you, look into it. That's like that was in the newspaper and everything.
That's why Trump was so mad.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's like we need our own. We need our own government. Yeah, me. I'm not anti-government at all, but I just feel like it's too. Government is anti-citizen. So I
feel like you, man. I just feel like black folks should have been always did their own thing, bro. Because these folks been telling us for years they don't want us to be a part of nothing they got. Like, I was about 7th, 8th grade, and they were like, Tommy Hilfiger don't want to wear any shirt, but everybody still get a Tommy Hilfiger. Why can't we just get our own stuff and do our own thing? You know what I'm saying? We can build our own whatever. I know Black Wall Street was supposed to put fear in people for the rest of their life. Now all black folk got PTSD, hereditary, and don't know about it. It just passed down through generation where they got trauma, from white folks, going in your house, dragging you outside, burnt, hanging in the tree, in front of your wife, your kids, and your mama, and nobody don't do nothing, or you got the guy that tie you to the horse and then he drag you down the road and skin you in front of everybody. If you do anything, I'm going to do you just like we did Johnny tonight. You know, so the feel that nobody don't want to step up and really do nothing, so it's subconsciously just passed down through history. Everybody just puppies. And, you know, you look at a black dude walking down the street, you got a bad thought in your head. But you see the white guy walking up to you, the first thing you think about respect. You know what I'm saying? They got a twist, man. It's the wrong way around, the way we be thinking about each other and the way they make us think about them. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they get things over. We don't never pay attention to nothing. Still be on the news and everything. People don't pay attention to it. They tell you everything they're going to do. Martial law, they trying to bring it into effect. They're trying to do it since the pandemic. That was the whole reason for that.
Control, man.
Control, man. They put people up for the slaughter.
That they don't have any need. Like when you look back at it, bro, like back in, let's say, the 60s and 70s, they had a real need for muscle, right? They needed strong men to work the Industrial Revolution, working the factory jobs, the jobs that really built this country, the real industry, agriculture. You needed big, strong men. You know, you didn't need men that was able to think. You just needed big, strong, working men.
Right.
Now, they don't need that no more.
They need AI.
A big, strong, working man does no good to the bigger picture for the powers that be.
Right.
Because you're a threat. And also a thinking man definitely is a threat to them, because like you just said, they got computers to do all that work now. So that's another reason why they promote a lot of other stuff on our culture and people and stuff like that, to kind of demasculize the strong thinking man, because no longer needed.
And see, like Eric Pernez just said, they want to allow them into the civil rights path, but now they coming over here and they got more privileges than we have, and we from here.
All right, check this out. Now they had a team meeting, a town meeting over here, and the people, you know, the black folks that been here for years, you know, they mama was here, their granddad is here, great granddad, the whole family been living in this community. Man, they got people they take what they call it, Habitat for Humanity. They building the houses, but they putting immigrants in the homes, and these people can't even vote yet. They don't even got no rights. They ain't legal at all. But then the person that's legal, you don't get in the house, you tell them they don't qualify for it. So how a person that's already, you know, legally born in America don't qualify for a house, but a person that just came across the border ain't even registered yet qualified. You see what I'm saying? It don't really make sense. Like immigrants, everybody got more rights than we do. Anybody can catch a boat to America, man, if they ain't black and got rights. You got to respect them. They got an Asian law they passed because the white dude killed the Asian folks at the party that time. You know what I'm saying? But black folks get killed every day. They don't kill a black man, right? You know what I'm saying? If you kill a black man, then what's going to happen to you off top. Black folks don't got no law to protect them. It really is whatever with black man, because in the institution, black man ain't had a right from the beginning. He less than a dog, you know what I'm saying? So that's why police do what they want to do to black folks, and they don't nothing happen, because we really ain't part of their constitution. We always trying to be a part of something we don't supposed to be a part of. Because we don't, you know what I'm saying? People don't never think, you know, I'm going back to where I came from. They wake up every day, they don't know why they feel the way they feel. Because it passed down. Like your great-granddaddy got killed by these folks. He got your great-granddaddy, great-great-granddaddy had to work in the cotton field, and that just passed on through generations. You don't know why you so aggravated, why you so frustrated, why you stuck, you know what I'm saying? Because this was born in you. You know what I'm saying? And they born the same way. Like they train their kids to feel that they really got superiority over us. Like they got white privilege or Asian privilege or whatever privilege, Indian privilege. They feel like we ain't nothing, man. Everywhere I go, them people in Texas look at you like you crazy, man. Like they look at you crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? Then I know somebody that told me that they actually tell foreigners when they come here that the black American is the bad person. Like you got to watch out for them. They actually got something that they be reading, and they tell them to stay away from the black people, stay away from that because they the bad guys, they the violent ones, they the aggressive ones. So they come over here thinking we already some rebels and some thugs, and think the white man everything. You know what I'm saying? They don't know anyway. All they know what they watch on TV and what they hear. You know what I'm saying? So we already everybody demonizing us in everybody's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody against the black man, even the black man against the black man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to go buy. I said, man, I said, man, I don't think nobody really go buy a gun that's black to be like, I'm gonna protect myself against white people. It really be like, I'm gonna catch me an op slipping. You know what I'm saying? My gun for the black man. A black man buy a gun for the black man. A white man buy a gun for the black man. Like the guy jogging up there in Georgia. They shot the man and killed the man. He was there jogging down the road. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really happened between that. Yeah, them folks went to prison, but I promise you, Aryan Nation taking care of them in jail. They getting saluted right now. They families taking care of whatever. They just did a sacrifice for some, you know what I'm saying, to make sure their family was straight. But black folks don't get no respect because they don't respect each other. They ain't gonna never step up until, you know what I'm saying, like what happened in Montgomery, you know, that's a big step for us. You know, a lot of people have it behind it, you know, because they've been wanting it to happen for years, but it got to happen on the grand scale. Like you said, we got to get in there where they at to make decisions because that's the reason everything operating like these boys getting sent 30, 40 years and they 15 years old to prison, man. Now this man getting out when he 55, he 15. You know what I'm saying? But nobody don't care nothing. But when bro hit the zone, he gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? Make sure little bro straight. Man, little bro ain't never gonna be straight. But they don't never think higher like, man, this stuff, you ain't got to just kill a person to kill them. You ain't got to like really just put a person in poverty to put them there. It's all about the resources you give them and the way you educate them, and then it's systematic. You know what I'm saying? The way they control people.
A lot of us got an impoverished mindset, bro.
Man, it's crazy.
You know, and wealth and richness ain't got shit to do with money.
No,
I think people get that confused.
Right.
Me, I'd rather be rich with knowledge and know-how than to have a whole lot of money and not know what the fuck to do with it. Let me ask you this. This is just a general question. Would you rather be rich, have all the money you can dream of, or would you rather make an impact on the world and people's lives?
Me personally, I'd rather make an impact because my legacy can live on. You know what I'm saying? Money. There's a lot of rich people you don't even know about. They somewhere up in the hills somewhere on the island. Nobody don't even know these folks. You know what I'm saying? So they keep all the money to themselves. It ain't helping nobody. You know what I'm saying? But when you empower your people, you know, you're going to help everybody else.
I think we're empowering your people. If you're big enough doing it, the wealth will come automatically anyway.
Right. Automatically, yep. But like Pat said, wealth ain't really riches. You know what I'm saying? It's really a way of life.
And that's really what it's all about. They want people to talk about color, but it's really about the money anyway.
Yeah, money, the green color.
It's really about that. Like they got people, they want your mind to stay over there as far as like racism and stuff like that.
Right.
Because when it comes to their inner circle, every color and everything in there. But that's their circle, that's that 1%.
Right.
And they get them wealth.
But it's crazy though, because blacks, we got to the point where we ain't even the number 2 population in America no more. You know, because we not even making kids and stuff like we was back in the day. So we not even number 2 no more. We number 3. The Mexicans became number 2.
One bit, Tate.
Stop playing.
I don't believe that shit 1 second.
I'm telling you.
All you got to do is look around you.
The Mexicans can make a lot of baby, man.
I mean, they make some baby,
That's
bro. You got to
true. That's
realize
true.
a
But
lot of them
though,
coming over here. You got to realize they
man,
do believe in breed.
bro, we do too. We do too.
Yeah, but
We
we
do.
don't believe in making the babies. Like we
Man,
don't believe in making and keeping them. Like they
man,
have
hey,
sex to
how
have
many
kids.
black females you know that don't have babies?
I'm saying how many you know when we was number 2, those when our grandmamas had like, baby, how many kids your grandma had?
Nah,
16?
I'm saying you getting
I ain't
these
11.
numbers from the
She
people
had
that walk.
hers had 16, mine had 7,
Where
6,
you
something
getting
like
these
that.
numbers from?
Huh?
Where are you getting your numbers?
Google, I promise you, Google it, bro. Like we not
I
number 2
that,
no more.
that my
I
whole
mean,
point.
that's what the that's what that say. But
Yeah,
it's crazy because like 10 years ago they said that was gonna happen.
That's why they killing black folks, man.
They said that 10 years ago that was what was gonna
man.
happen. Just
If
How
like
many
they
you
people died
said
from
hey,
that the
COVID, man?
mixed face is gonna be the
Tate,
face
let
of
me drop
America one
some
day.
numbers to you, my boy. Let me drop some numbers to you. Uh, 70 to 75% of abortions in this country. You know who having them?
White people.
Okay,
Yeah,
white people.
but it's just like I just listened to somebody talking
Tate,
about this the
we
other
are
day.
not in
That's
the
why they
minority
against
no more,
abortions
bro.
because they don't want their race to become
No,
less.
listen.
Right.
That's why
They
they
don't want
against
to
them.
become the minority, but that shit
Right.
Exactly.
already happened. It's
They killing
already
them.
happening because uh our women are actually having the kids. That's why we got so many single mom households, bro. Like they having their babies, but the white girls they going to get an abortion. Take so, but
I agree with you on that.
the
That's why they
listen
against
to
it.
me, listen to me. The narrative that the census people gonna push to us is what? Oh, we still the minority. Oh, this is how it is. Like I don't believe none of that shit. None of that shit they put out, bro. That's for to put in your head to make you think, oh, well, just Google it.
In danger.
That's where you're gonna get some valuable information from. No, just think for yourself and look around you every day. Hell, go in a black neighborhood and see how many little children run around, and go in a white neighborhood and see how many little damn children run around. Shit,
That's why they feel
it's a drastic difference, Tate. And
like
what they
grandma.
was telling us in year 2028, white people will be the minority, and they already that now. It's more Mexican, Latino, mixed and black children in this world than it is little white children right now, Tate. Them facts. I don't give a damn when the census come around and knock on your door. They work for the government. Anything they put out probably is a lie.
Right.
And then so I'm glad you said that because you could be possibly right because that's what they go by the census, and we don't really fill out the census form.
Right. We don't do that anyway.
We don't really do
Of
that, so
course
they
not.
won't know. And but like our community don't know that actually helps your community to fill it out because now they know how many people in this community. They know how much money needed for this community. They know that. So if you ain't filling it out, they ain't
So
getting your
that's
community
what
number
they
so much
tell.
money.
That's the bullshit they tell you to try to get you to come on board. You know what I'm saying? They
Every
ain't gonna
Collier
put
going
no
off in
money
this
in their
shit.
community anyway.
What's the Fed coin?
Yeah, I see you say they pushing the Fed coin hard now. I think he talking about just digital. Everything going digital, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, it's going digital, man. Dollar gonna lose its value.
That's what I'm saying. That it's gonna be digital money, and boy, we definitely in trouble. If money go completely digital, bro, and they can control everything. Like you can say something on social media they don't like
Yeah.
against their agenda, and they can freeze your money and cut shit off like that. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
But that's what they trying to go to though. They give them more control over everything. The same way they trying to go with the electric
That's
over
total
everything. To me,
control. That's total control.
you like that's like going electric with everything. You weakening your country by it. You weakening your country like hell by going electric with everything. Because
Right.
now you giving other countries who don't like us a way to fight us
Right. All
that
they
they
gotta do
didn't
is knock
have before.
our power out.
That's all they gotta do is hit
Yeah,
them power grids.
yeah. I was
I
just
think we got
saying
like 7.
we
Ain't
so
nobody go nowhere.
dependent on power grids and shit like that, and y'all gotta realize this too, man. Man, we have never fought a war over here on our own soil.
Hmm.
We can't do that.
That's true. But
So,
at the same time, just look at water.
sooner or later, somebody is going to try us, man.
I think they're gonna hit the power grid. I think that's why they letting everybody go so electric and so tech. with the technology, just so they know that's a weapon that they gonna have. I ain't gotta go there and fight y'all. We just hit these power grids, shut y'all down, let y'all kill yourself.
All these folks already here, man. All the people, all our enemies live in our country.
Right.
No really black Americans live in other country. All people against America live over here. All they got to do is just tell them, okay, it's time to do it, boys.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because if something happened, this is like when the World Trade Center blew up. Who was the first people they started getting out of the country? They started getting them people out.
Yeah. Man, you think it's a coincidence they put Arabs in every black community in America, man, and give them businesses?
No, it's not.
Them people come from there's reparations, dog. Them people come from the United States military and government, the bomb that did secret missions on you may not know about and killed a lot of people. That shit like that, man. And but this is the thing I ain't never understood with us. Why do we allow these people to come in our community and sell our kids cigarettes, beer, alcohol, sell crack, brown bag specials?
I mean, but that's been going on forever though. Like you ain't gonna see
it
no liquor
hasn't,
stores
bro.
in no
It
white
hasn't.
neighborhood. If you want to
No, I
find a
ain't
black
talking about the
neighborhood,
liquor
look for the
stores.
liquor
Listen,
stores and
I'm
look
talking
for
about Arabs. I'm talking about Arabs. I'm talking about Arabs, Tate.
Yeah, but they giving them that power. They know what they doing. They putting them over here. They ain't paying the
Oh,
taxes.
why do we patronize them? Why do we act like they the coolest motherfucker in the hood because they give us $1 off
because they give stuff
Because they
away.
giving you something. Because they giving you something.
They ain't giving you shit. They
Man,
overcharge.
Adam got a whole notebook over there of credit, man. A whole notebook of credit with the West Side. An entire notebook. He probably got 2 or 3 of them now.
What is he crediting?
Whatever. Whatever they want out that
Man, most of
store.
them people, most of them goddamn people get food stamps. Most of them damn people, like, so what the fuck can he be crediting out of that?
They don't need it though, bro. They get the government.
Man, they got food stamps, they got government assistance, they got all that. But at the same time, if you selling food stamps and you're not using your assistance right and this, and the other, and you go to that store and you want some credit and he know you in that neighborhood, he gonna give it to you in your name in that notebook.
Who gives a fuck, Tate?
And that's what they do. Like people look at it like, oh well, they
And
giving us something.
he also is selling 15-year-old cigarettes, Black and Mild, and beer.
Exactly. And they looking over all that because they feel like that's my buddy. He giving me something.
Right.
They look over all that. They don't care about that.
That's why they laugh at us, Doc. You know,
No,
we'll
they
allow
get no
these people
taxes
to
for
come
5
into
years, all benefits. That way every Purnell just see it.
how many scholarships Adam and put out?
Ain't gonna put out none. But I bet his kids straight. He ain't gonna put out none. That's like it wouldn't surprise me by what they doing with the West Side. It wouldn't surprise me if Adam pack up and move within the next 2-3 years. But at the same time, they ain't gonna do nothing but put them in another area. That's the same type of area.
Right.
Yeah, he done made it money.
Yeah, and he see what they putting. He see what they trying to make it. Like people fail to realize the West Side is prime real estate and stuff. Like that's prime real estate. So they've been wanting folks to keep fucking up, so we can push you up out of here. That's what they've been wanting, and we gave it to them. But now Adam ain't gonna do nothing but pack up and move down 25 somewhere if he want to, or get one of his cousins to.
45.
Exactly. But I know one thing: you ain't finna go see now one of them stores down South Montgomery.
No.
Hell no, they're not gonna allow it.
Ain't gonna sell no white kid no cigarettes either.
Right. You're not gonna go do that in a community, bro. You're not gonna go sell them cigarettes, stay on 'em all night, sell beer after hour, sell crack pipes, sell. You're not finna do that in nobody else's community but ours. But we allow this shit.
Told him big ass gun from behind the counter. They playing with gun behind the counter. What the hell? I'm trying to buy some, man. He pulling out an AK-47.
Disrespecting your women, you know, all type of shit, man. We allow this shit, and then
you think it's funny?
You know, he'll credit us something. It's crazy shit.
He credit me a honey bun, man. He's so cool, man.
Hell yeah. Arab stores are the smoothest running businesses I ever seen in America.
Man, everywhere you go.
I have no problem, dude.
The worst gas ever too, but they boom. Everybody say nigga now here. Even Mexican. Everybody say that word. White folk. They don't put the ER on, but they say NIGGA everywhere you go.
It's gonna sound crazy, but honestly, I mean, K now just called me there with the ER, like you said. But honestly, I'm glad that they doing it because it's gonna take the bullshit out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like if everybody doing it, guess what? You can't disrespect me with it no more. You got to find something else.
I think they're conforming to me. I think I knock the chief out. They call you either A or the E.
Yeah, that word off
I
limits.
mean, me myself, personally, you said to me, yeah, that's different. But it's like the more they say it, the more they feel like, well, you know what? We can't even use this disrespect them no
Everybody
more.
say it though, it's crazy, but it's like a buddy word now. Everybody say it to each other. Even white folk call each other nigga. Not nigger, but nigga.
Nah, that's that word.
But we, I don't know.
Because it's off limits.
It's disrespect still to me. At the end of the day, you ain't black.
Like, and I have friends that don't look like me. Okay, and like I had to, I heard one of my friends that don't look like me. He used it, the GGA, not the ER, and he a good fella, and I had to remind him like, hey, you know, don't use that in no type of shape, form, or fashion because some people may be understanding of it and they understand where you come from and you may consider yourself a GGA too, but everybody ain't and they may look at it as disrespect. And since you my friend, I'm not gonna use it around you and don't you use it around me. We can make that agreement. And we came to that term, so don't it ain't acceptable with me at all. Uh, even the bitch word, I don't like that. That's unacceptable too. Like you shouldn't go around calling people shit like that.
Right. My name weird, man. But I think what we saying, we let folk do stuff in our neighborhood. We let folk call our name. We let people do all this stuff. The government, everybody. We just allow them to have. You know what I'm saying? We just lay down and let people walk over.
I mean, it's pretty much shit because they keep us so distracted, dog, with bullshit. Like, and we don't got time to organize and come together and band together to make no fucking changes. Like
Oh, we know.
we too busy fighting amongst each other.
Right.
Worrying about who in this sorority, who in this gang, who in that gang, who live on which side of town. Uh, we don't own none of this.
But I'm gonna tell you though, look around you, and you gonna notice that theirs is starting to do basically the same thing, and that's like, well, I think that's why they starting to try to change a lot of laws and a lot of this and a lot of that because they see they younger generation starting to go over to that other side.
Drugs, yeah, drug laws. They'll change them motherfuckers quick with no problem.
Oh, they do that all the time when they see what theirs on. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? That's all the time. They've been doing that. Back in the day,
automatically change then, buddy.
that you could sell cocaine and get 10 times this time than you would crack because they know crack in the black community. We gonna blast them. Cocaine is in our community, so we're gonna make that a little lighter. And now the meth is taking over, and now that the black folks are into it as well, they got to crack down on it because it's sending too many of theirs to prison. You go to prison now, it's damn near 50-50. It ain't never been like that. Thanks to crystal meth, it's damn near 50-50.
Mm-hmm. Going live.
Because not only they getting caught with it, not
But
only
that
they getting caught
surprises me
manufacturing it,
because
it's making
crystal
them go
meth became
steal for it. It's making them go.
instead of sending them to prison table crystal meth, they get 5 chances to go to rehab and different shit.
Oh, that for sure. I witnessed that myself working at a prison as a trustee. I witnessed that.
Methadone.
A very one of they elites around the town, I guess you could say. His son stayed in something. Fully grown now, but he stayed in something, and it stayed having to do with crystal meth. Stayed getting caught with it. Stayed getting caught doing dumb stuff on it. And when I say this man got, I don't know how many chances, and his daddy really was like, I need to help him. Like, he was like, how can I help? He sat down and talked to me for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes one day. And I told him, I was like, I'm be honest with you. If he don't want to quit, he ain't gonna quit. But now, if you just want to try to just get his head right, you're gonna have to send him to an extensive rehab, not one of the ones where they go for 2-3 weeks and then you just check them right back out. Like, you got to send him to an extensive one where you're not even gonna see him yourself for 6 months. And in the end, that's what he did, and it actually helped that boy. You know what I'm saying? Dude just started giving me money like every other week behind it. But it's like, that's what it takes. But a lot of them ain't gonna do that. A lot of them feel like, oh, Billy just messed up one time. He's a good kid. This, that, now Billy got a fucking problem. So send him to rehab 2-3 times, sweeping on the table, don't let nobody know, whatever. It's coming out. Because Billy got a problem. And that's the point. Billy hanging over in the hood now. Billy doing this, Billy doing that. So you the same. He the same thug that you call up. So what you gonna do about it? Oh, let's start changing some of these laws. Just lighten up on these a little bit, cause ours starting to get in there a little bit more. We gotta lighten up on this, and that's when the drug laws get lighter. They think they doing it for us. Hell no, they ain't doing it for us. They doing it because theirs getting in it now.
Right.
Cause when it was the majority of us doing it, man, throw the book at them. That's it. We don't give a damn.
Tate.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Nah, I had to switch my mic from my iPad. Now I don't know if y'all can hear me good or not. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, man. We've been live about 2 hours, man. I'm gonna go and shut it down for the night. We'll be back tomorrow. Trey, come back anytime.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming through, boy.
Oh yeah, anytime, man. I'm glad y'all building this platform, man.
For sure, man. We ain't going nowhere. We're gonna keep building it. Hopefully, it's the first time, but hopefully it's the last time you come through, bro. You drop some knowledge on me. And like I say, man, I'm pin your information on my page on this live. If you ain't already did it yet, I think I seen you put it in the chat already, but it's all good, man. Hopefully people reach out to you and help some people here.
You kind of low, bro.
Can get themselves on track, man, and better their lives, help the children, and move it along. Keep moving it along, man. That's all we're trying to do, bro. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And Tate, you want to say something before we get out? Appreciate everybody tuning in. Keep it on low podcast. We'll be back. What's tomorrow? Thursday. Yeah, we should be back tomorrow. I'm gonna get a set date on this shit soon. We just still really on a test run, try run, trying to see how everything worked out with the numbers on which days the numbers doing the numbers, which days y'all people and shit. It's all good. Appreciate everybody tuning in.